You can define a function to perform a particular task and not repeat your code. Here I'm calculating area of a circle twice. I'm setting radius to 10 and then using this formula to calculate area of a circle. I'm calculating square of the radius and then multiplying it by 3.14 and storing the area in the result and showing that result in demo1 paragraph here. And then I'm setting radius to 5 and then again using that formula to calculate area of a circle and showing the result in demo2 paragraph here. Now instead of using this formula again and again, I could keep this formula in a code block and use that code block whenever I want to calculate area of a circle. For that, I'm going to define a function. For defining a function, I'm going to use function keyword, and then I'm going to have to name my function. Naming a function is similar to naming an identifiers. Same rules apply. So I'm going to name my function as getArea. And then I'm gonna open and close parenthesis in which you can pass parameters. We'll talk about parameters in a second. And then I'm gonna use curly braces to write my formula in it. In this code block, we would like to calculate area of a circle. For that, I'm gonna copy these two lines and paste them here. Now here, we are setting radius to 10 and then using radius to calculate area of a circle and storing that value in the result. But instead of storing the value in the result, I would like to return it back to the calling method, which will return the value of area back to the calling method. Once you use return statement, then it's not going to execute any lines after that in the function. Now, if I want to get the area, I can just call this method instead of writing this formula. I can just say get area and invoke that method by using these parentheses, and same thing I'm going to do for radius 5 too. And now if I refresh the page, it's going to print 314 and 314. The reason why it's printing 314 twice is because we're using the same radius. But instead of using the same radius, I could pass radius as parameter so that I could calculate area of a circle for different radius. And then I'm going to remove this line. Now, if you want to pass this radius, you can pass it into the calling method. I can say that I would like to calculate area of a circle when the radius is 10, and I would like to calculate area of a circle when radius is 5. And then I don't need these statements. And now if I refresh the page, it's going to calculate area of a circle when the radius is 10, and it's going to calculate area of a circle when radius is 5. You can also call your method in other statements too. Let's say if I want to add two numbers instead of showing the result here too. For that, I'm going to define another function. I'm going to say function add two numbers where I'm going to pass two parameters. And here I'm going to return addition of x and y. So I'm going to say x plus y. And then I want to return this calculation. So I'm going to use the return keyword here. And now instead of showing result here, I would like to call this method. So I'm going to say add, and then I'm going to pass 10 and 20 in it, which will give me addition of 10 and 20 on my demo2 paragraph here. So if I refresh the page now, it's going to print 30 here. So this is how you can write your formulas in different functions and not repeat your code. You can follow the try principle when it comes to software development, which is to not repeat yourself by using functions. In the next section, I'm going to talk about arrow functions.